Ladies and gentlemen, remember when Harry Reid, years back, made a vote for the Supreme Court justice nomination as a simple majority instead of a supermajority because he thought Clinton would defeat Trump? Remember how that came back to be very detrimental for Democrats with President Trump and 3 Supreme Court picks passing just a simple 50 vote majority in the Senate because Republicans kept control of the Senate all throughout President Trump's term. Well, now Democrats have done it to themselves again. They've walked out, they've staged a walkout. Pretty mindless response. Typical media-driven, response that doesn't really prevent legislation in Texas. So Texas Democrats staged walkout over bill. This is a Trump-inspired bill in Texas. Okay, you spent 4 years blaming accusing Trump of working with Russia and being a puppet of the Kremlin, and then you wonder why Trump and Republicans don't trust any of the numbers. But here's an interesting repercussion. So they've ended, for the moment, they've ended the ability to vote on the legislation. The legislation, the Trump-inspired bill, will pass. This is Governor Greg Abbott explaining what would happen. So this is an article below. Texas Governor Greg Abbott on calls for a special session that's pretty goofy, he says. He said it's ridiculous. Why? This was a couple days ago. Because he couldn't imagine Democrats walking out. Well, they walked out. And he goes, quote, "Not only am I the only one with authority to call a special session, I get to decide when, I get to decide what will be on that special session. And here's what I would do if anybody tries to force this," Abbott said. Well, basically, they forced it by walking out. So the legislation can't be voted on at this very moment. It will, because the governor is going to do this. Quote, "The only thing I will put on there are things that I want passed. Second, we're going to go one item at a time. There will be one item placed on the agenda. Not until they pass that item will we move to another item." So he promises a nearly endless string of 30-day special sessions, guaranteed to proceed at a snail's pace. That includes the bill that Democrats don't want. So Texas is going to engage in a special session to pass the bill that Democrats don't want because they feel the process worked out very well. They didn't feel the process worked out very well in 2016. Then the process was just bad. Stacey Abrams did not trust the process when Brian Kemp won. But the process has worked very well the past year for Democrats and media. Hit subscribe to this channel. Hit subscribe to H.A. Goodman's other channel. The link is below. But this is really interesting. The goal, the governor said, is to pass legislation, quote, not some sort of debating society. So if anybody tries to hold this legislation to force a special counsel, that person will be putting their members in the Senate and the House potentially into special session for another 2 years until the next regular session. So basically, hit subscribe, ladies and gentlemen, to H.A. Goodman's other channel. We're over 16,000 subscribers because of you on that channel, H.A. Goodman's other channel. We're almost at 181,000 again on this channel. We go from 180 to 181, sometimes back to 179, sometimes all the way up to 182. And we hit that. That's pretty much where we're at right now. But if you can tell your friends about this channel and my other channel, H.A. Goodman's other channel, to my new Patreons, thank you. Your support, helps me tremendously. I can't thank you enough. And if you want to support my voice, my Patreon is below in the description, in the pinned comment. The articles that I just read will be in the description section. The Trump-inspired bills Republicans describe as promoting integrity. Democrats say they're restricting the ability, which is not true, because anyone in this country who wants to vote can vote. Just like anyone in this country can purchase, if you pass the background check, purchase firearms. When Democrats want to control something, they say, well, we have to control this. It's not restricting, we're controlling it. We can go on. They talk about interference in 2016. Interference. These are all words used to spread propaganda. When the desired outcome takes place, you must trust and believe in the process. When the desired outcome politically for Democrats doesn't take place, it's a huge problem. And 4 years of intelligence operatives saying we have high to moderate confidence. Brennan, Comey, Strzok, McCabe, Clapper, all of them. Clapper wrote intelligence assessments, the ODNI report. And then Comey with the DHS report. These assessments came with high to moderate confidence. They never stated anything categorical or certain. They never gave a number of votes that were altered because of Facebook ads. And they never even stated with certainty that the DNC was infiltrated by Putin. Why would Putin infiltrate the DNC when he had Madam Secretary's emails with top secret and special access program intelligence? You'd have to have not even one brain cell to believe that Russia was more interested in forcing Debbie Wasserman Schultz to resign after they cheated Bernie Sanders than all the classified data and top secret intelligence that even James Comey stated almost certainly was infiltrated by adversaries. Anyway, you've sowed distrust. See, they've created this monster in Trump. We had record low unemployment. And by the way, God bless the veterans. God bless you watching this, especially if you're a veteran. God bless you and your family. Thank you for protecting this country and defending this country and implementing our foreign policy. And the thing that drives me the most, you can go to hagoodman.com, read my writing against counterinsurgency conflicts. President Trump negotiated a deal to get us out of Afghanistan on May 1st, 2021. Biden, of course, is keeping us there forever. He says September. I don't believe him. We should never again send Americans to endless quagmires and counterinsurgency conflicts. We should have learned the lessons of Vietnam and learned the lessons of the past 20 years. And it was Democrats and Republicans that got us into these never-ending, perpetual quagmires. And it's those same Democrats and those same Republicans who think Trump is a monster. Because he wanted to remove Americans from these regions of the world. And he did. And he set us on a course. He single-handedly altered, just reversed U.S. foreign policy. We'll see if Biden tries to continue the Bush, Cheney, and Rumsfeld and President Obama foreign policy with Libya, turning that country into a failed state with a NATO intervention that led to the consequences of human beings being bought and sold. But so God bless you to all the veterans of Memorial Day. Have a safe, happy, just a safe Memorial Day. Be careful on the roads. If you're drinking, just don't get behind the wheel at all. But ladies and gentlemen, what can I tell you other than you spend 4 years? See, Democrats always love to harken back to this time when, well, if Republicans won, okay. If Democrats won, okay. Those were the days when you could watch Johnny Carson in Arsenio Hall and not listen to politics. Or you can watch the Emmys and not listen to politics or the Academy Awards. Now everything is political. Who cares what Jimmy Kimmel thinks about anything? And what would happen if he got into a debate with anyone, with you, with me, with anyone who had a vantage point backed by reason, logic, facts, like simple question. Does he know what the Steele dossier, anybody, any of the late night show hosts, have they heard of the Steele dossier? Who was it purchased by? Clinton. Why? And the DNC. What would happen? Would he be okay with Trump or McConnell purchasing a dossier that implicated Biden or Clinton or any other Democrat? That's a simple question. We're not even getting into the duplicity and hypocrisy and the double standard in terms of the rule of law. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now to this channel and H.A. Goodman's other channel. Thank you.